Hello everyone, Andy Schwab here with your Farm and Ranch News. The Montana Stockgrowers Association hosted their first of many listening sessions to gather input and comments on producer profitability from the livestock producers of the Treasure State. Many of the same concerns and questions were raised at the well-attended meeting at Pays. However, one of the highlights of my notes was how does the unified message get across the goal line? For Rusty Ellis of 21 Mile Company, cattle company that is, out of Carbon and Yellowstone County, the touchdown line could be more focused on the next generation of agricultural producers.
Frankly, we met a lot of resistance. The deeper into the tax code you get, the harder this gets to do any of it. And so the best thing where we landed, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, is the estate tax and changing some risk management tools to make it more affordable for guys, especially these kids, to insure their product, insure their revenue source, and move forward. Make them more bankable to move forward.
For Ian Glennie, MSGA Young Stock Growers Chair, a way to make young producers more bankable would be increasing some funding through the Young Farmer and Rancher Loan Program, which is currently capped at $600,000.
We've got an opportunity to raise that a little. I know it's been in play for a long time. Obviously, you know as well as I do that these land prices, everything else is so much more expensive than it used to be. $600,000 is great, don't get me wrong, but I think we have an opportunity to raise that a little bit. And it doesn't even need to be much, but that gives you an opportunity to maybe tie up a little bit of land and be able to purchase some cows to put on that land as well.
A shared message between both of the interviews was producer engagement at the MSGA listening sessions. The next one will be at Headwaters Livestock next Tuesday at 5 p.m. with almost a dozen more stops throughout the Treasure State this spring. Of course, those details and ways to submit comments can be found at mtbeef.org/profitability. Well, we need to take a break, but we'll be back in a little bit. Look at your ag markets.
I represent a lot of what ranchers' wives are, where they marry into the family, coming into established ranch. The expectations of that is just absolutely overwhelming. You know, there's always stress with all families, but when you're not dealing with the stress outwardly, it will definitely impact everyone inwardly. You may feel alone, but you're not alone.
Welcome back, friends, to your Ag News and your markets. Our network's Colter Brown headed to Houston this week to attend the Commodity Classic. He was able to also attend some meetings with the National Association of Weed Growers who were put together, including a conversation with the USDA's Risk Management Agency Administrator, Marcia Bunger. She said she wants producers to be aware the enrollment deadline for ARC and PLC programs is just over 2 weeks away.
Prices have dropped considerably. Spring prices have dropped considerably from last year. Corn is about $1 less, and soybeans is about $2 less. So I would encourage those listening to get with their crop insurance agents sooner than later to have those conversations, because your guarantees are not going to be like they were last year. But then to also consider, you know, do I stay where I was at last year, or do I maybe even go up another level?
Bunger said that the conversations with your bankers should also be added to the equation this year before March 15th. And despite seeing very little activity on the cash cattle sector yesterday, traders pushed the cattle futures lower by several dollars. That unfortunately could add some headwinds for the gaining of bigger cash cattle prices today and throughout the rest of this week. And it was a quiet test on the local auction front for many sale barns this week, with Miles City seeing one of the bigger head counts. Cull cow prices continue to remain elevated and are now pushing past the summertime highs. For Wyoming Wool Growers Association, they held their second annual bread use sale this last weekend with a small test offered in person and online. And the wheat prices unfortunately did not continue their two-day rally, with a recent moisture coming to a timely point, and Russia continued their dominance of the world markets. Well, there's a look at your ag markets. I'm Andy Schwab. Have a great rest of your day.